Hello everyone, this is Kavita Goel. Once again, I welcome you all on a new day with a new topic of your science, that is the food factory of plants. It is the second chapter of your book, so without further ado, let's start our new topic of science.
Let us learn about green plants. Most of the plants have green leaves. The leaves are green in color due to the presence of a green pigment or a substance called chlorophyll in them. Now let us see how do plants prepare their food. Green plants need air, water, sunlight and chlorophyll to prepare food. The roots of the plant absorb water and minerals from the soil. Carbon dioxide from the air is taken in through the stomata of the leaves. Light energy from sun is absorbed by the chlorophyll. In the presence of sunlight, water and carbon dioxide are changed into food, which is in the form of simple sugar, that is carbohydrate. What is photosynthesis? Photo means light and synthesis means to bind or to put together. As water and air are put together by the green leaves in the presence of sunlight, the process of making food by the green plants is called photosynthesis. Now let us see the definition of photosynthesis. The process by which green plants prepare food using water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll is known as photosynthesis. As photosynthesis takes place in the leaf, let us learn leaf and its parts. A green leaf has a thick main vein called the midrib, which passes through the center of the leaf. It has a number of side veins. The midrib is formed of a double pipeline of cells. One pipeline carries water and minerals from the soil to the leaf, while the other pipeline carries the prepared food from the leaves to different parts of the plant. There are tiny pores called stomata on the undersurface of the leaves through which carbon dioxide is taken in and oxygen is given out during photosynthesis. How do plants use the food? The food prepared by the green plants is in the form of simple sugar. The food is used by the plants to get energy and to grow. The excess food in the plants is stored in the roots, leaves, flowers and fruits in the form of starch. Animals and human beings take the stored food from the plants. Some unusual plants. Cactus plants do not have leaves. The green stem of the plant has chlorophyll and it prepares food for the plant. Molds and mushrooms are called non-green plants as they do not have chlorophyll in them. They cannot make their own food and get their food from the dead and decaying plants and animals, which is known as organic matter. Some croton plants have red leaves due to the presence of a red pigment in them. These croton plants have chlorophyll, but the green color in the leaves remains hidden. Now let us see how the energy flows in living things. Human beings and animals need energy for doing work. We get energy from the food we eat, and we get most of our food from the green plants. Green plants trap the light energy from sun during photosynthesis and prepare food, and the energy is passed on to humans and animals through the food we eat. Thus, there is a flow of energy from sunlight to the green plants and then from the green plants to animals and human beings. Let us learn how plants and animals depend on each other, that is, the interdependence of plants and animals. Plants and animals depend on each other for their survival. Humans and animals need food and oxygen to live, which they get from the plants. Plants need carbon dioxide to prepare food. Human beings and animals breathe out carbon dioxide, which is used by the plants. Thus, plants and animals depend on each other for their survival. Balance in nature. A balance in nature has to be maintained between the number of plants and animals for their survival. A sudden increase or decrease in either plants or animals will disturb the balance in nature. How to maintain the balance in nature? We need to protect both plants and animals to maintain balance in nature. For the continuity of life on earth, we must maintain the balance in nature.
So students, I hope you have understood the concept well. Now your today's homework is to read this chapter thoroughly from the pictures after understanding the concept through this video. So I'll come with the next video with book work of this chapter. Bye bye everyone.